we've created a little space for us to be able to do some of the most critical issues on an ongoing basis. Through good management of the budget has created some one-time money that both on the campus and distributed from the system. So we're going to be able to do some things. So I'm very positive moving forward at this point in time. The proposal moving forward out of system, which I'm in full agreement with, addresses I think 3 important areas. Number one, I always lead with affordability. The vast majority of our students come from pretty modest means. Somewhere from 35 to 40% of our students are Pell eligible, which they're from really modest means. About the same percentage are first generation college students. We embrace that mission. We see that as part of our role as access and affordability. A couple of things about that. There'll be a fight over whether or not the system actually gets the authority back to make tuition decisions. So they'll argue about that. I think the governor is in favor of extending the cap on tuition. I'm kind of ambivalent about that. Because of the students we serve, if tuition doesn't go up, it keeps the education affordable. On the other hand, if we were given authority for tuition, we would be pretty modest in whatever we would do moving forward. So that's one, affordability. The other piece of that is the dollars that the state has committed to need-based aid has not gone up in almost 8 years. So let's talk about that in real terms. You take a student who's Pell eligible, so that means they're for the most modest background. Once we provide all the scholarships and grants and loans that we can as a campus to that student, there's still a $6,000 gap in meeting all their expenses for school. So what this investment in need-based aid is actually doing is an investment in the families of Wisconsin, right? The folks that are most in need, building the workforce, providing engineers and all the other things that are needed in the knowledge economy moving forward. That's the investment you're making, that we're asking the state to make in. So that's one, affordability. Number two, the capital projects. A couple of things to recognize is this biennium there was no money set aside for basic repairs that were urgent. Typically the system has a pot of general borrowing that they can do. So what's the impact on our campus? Well, our library, there's a portion of it that we've had to close down because it is an immediate need of repair in order to stabilize that portion of the building. So we've had to close down that portion of the building. That's likely a $1 million project. In years past, there would have been money available to make that repair. We had to absorb the cost of the repairs to our new engineering building's HVAC system, something to the tune of $600,000 or $700,000. You can't, a lot of sensitive equipment, as classes go, you can't close that building down. So we need that money restored so that those kind of very basic, urgent issues can be dealt with. So in addition to that, in this past biennium, there was also no money for capital projects, renovations, new facilities, etc., on the academic side.